যা কিছু চলছে চারিদিকে, যা কিছুই ঘটছে, নিরপেক্ষ নিরঙ্কুশ খবর দেব আমরা। লাল মাটির বাঁকুড়া, খবরের খোঁজে মানুষের পাশে দিনরাত বাঁকুড়া, বাঁকুড়া টিভি।
নমস্কার, বাঁকুড়া টিভি চিফ এডিটর প্রথমেই শুরু করছি উত্তমের প্রশ্নবান। বাংলায় হচ্ছেটা কি? জবাব চাই নাকি জনতা? হ্যাঁ, অবশ্যই জবাব চাইছে। এরপর আসছি এ হাই স্পিড ব্রেকিং নিউজে। আজ বিশ্ব বাণিজ্য সম্মেলনে অনুষ্ঠিত হলো আইটি এবং ITS সেক্টরাল সিজন 2023। তারই লাইভ সম্প্রচার দেখতে থাকুন একমাত্র বাঁকুড়া টিভির পর্দায়। এই মুহূর্তে আপনাদের সঙ্গে আমি বাঁকুড়া টিভির চিফ এডিটর দ্য টাইগার জার্নালিস্ট দাদা উত্তম দে। প্রিয় দর্শক ও শ্রোতাদের কাছে অনুরোধ, বাঁকুড়া টিভি চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব, লাইক এবং ভিউজ করুন বাঁকুড়া জেলা সহ বিভিন্ন প্রান্তের প্রতিবাদী খবরের আপডেট জানতে।
That you will find, there are a lot of, in today's world, a lot of YouTubes and channels. But what is that needed tailored to that particular specific person? I don't think that, we are having that skill development or whatever stuff that we have in the market, right? So we should look at that also, that to think about that.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think one of the elements of the skills development, and this is very, very close to my heart. Amitav and I have had a lot of conversations about it during my past years. Is what kind of workforce should we build?
Correct.
Right? And we have, because that's why I hate using the term best practice, because best practice kind of denotes permanency and there isn't something.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So we are still, in many ways, we are still building a workforce for 30 years.
Correct.
Right? And at that time, we were thinking of IT workers as industrial workers. Right? We were talking about methodology driving everything. Like the modern times, you have to turn the wrench 45 degrees, right? And even after the Charlie Chaplin goes off stage, he's still turning it by 45 degrees. The new industry, as we know, we talk about this, it's about doing things that have never been done.
Correct.
There's neither a wrench nor a screw nor a 45 degree measure.
Correct.
Right? So how do you unlearn, relearn? Correct. Right? That cycle has to be there.
Correct. And the time is now.
And the time is now. And that is the advantage that we have here, is we can lead for them. And when I say we, let me be clear. I'm not just talking about Bengal. I mean,
We as a
Bengal
team,
is,
yeah.
But that is what our industry needs.
Correct.
Right? We have to move in that direction.
Correct.
We are past the age of labor cost arbitrage.
Correct.
Absolutely. Right? So we are already at rock bottom there. Like, I mean, at this point, people are willing to pay to work.
Correct.
Nearly that. So if you want to build that industry, I think here we have the natural advantages. I think we also have a very supportive government.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, Mr. Rajiv Kumar, I briefly met with Babul Supriya. I didn't get a chance to meet with him yet, but I've heard a lot of things from Amitav about that. But Mr. Sanjay Dash and Mr. Devashish and whom I had a very brief conversation yesterday. You can see that these are visionaries, and they're not just visionaries, they also are very good execution. Right? So there is that. And one thing that struck me, and I'm going to say this, I generally don't like to comment about politicians because it's controversial. It becomes controversial. But one thing that struck me yesterday, we talk about the value we attach to creativity. I don't know of any other place where the highest elected official has no problem standing up and leading a 3,000 person group to the national anthem. I'm not going
Absolutely.
at all into the
Correct.
quality.
Correct.
That is not. That is not her job.
Patriotism.
It's not just
also.
patriotism. It is the appreciation for the arts.
Correct. Correct.
To make time for the arts.
Correct.
One thing
Correct.
that we can all be
Correct.
sure about is the Chief Minister is an incredibly busy person.
Correct.
The fact that she makes time for it,
Correct. Correct.
right? That is a reflection of the culture.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. No doubt. No doubt about that.
What do you have to say about this?
I would like to hear something about you have recently done Caravan Labs have done good things in one of the charts that our Bengal boys from Bengal from unprivileged section like yes, so they never seen computer before, but they made some software and library is running successfully. I would like to hear that story from you.
Sure. So actually, at Caravan Labs, our way of recruiting is running an internship. So we run an internship every summer, and it's become fairly competitive as we build a reputation. This time we had 450 applicants.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
450.
Yeah, and we needed, we could only accommodate 10, so it was really hard. And what we do is we give them a problem,
Okay.
and they have coaches.
Okay.
They have no, they don't have instructors. There's nothing particularly structured. They're taught some of the things like Scrum and so forth, and they know a little bit of technology. But in 6 weeks, these 10 students went and studied how students in a school for underserved kids at what is called the Portuguese Church, the Cathedral of Our Lady of Rosary in Murli, went there, worked, observed the children, learned what they do, and built this software in 6 weeks. It's production grade software, it's running. It's led to the creation of a library where these kids come in. They've never seen a computer before. Excellent. They use the computer, and I mean, kudos to the talent in the city that put that together. And that talent is not just in artificial intelligence or web technology or that. The talent is in their ability to get in the shoes of these children, right? And understand what their needs are, and then build something, not just to demonstrate, but also because it's not a proof of concept, it's running, production grade. And that software, by the way, my co-founder friend James, so this is through his non-profit actually, he runs a non-profit out of the US, TechShare. He took that software and a similar outfit in China, he has opened a library using the secret. So, we are living in a world where
It's a replicable model. No,
it is replicable, but
it can be
more-
scalable.
More importantly to me, it drives home a point which I think is very needed today.
Correct.
We are living in a world where geopolitical tensions
Tensions are there.
are spilling over.
Correct.
And to me, one set of software that applies to children who are the future, right? Whatever geopolitical mess we create today is what this generation will
Correct.
be.
Correct.
And two sets of children are learning to be good human beings in two places using the same piece of software. It's pretty amazing power.
Correct. Correct. No, absolutely. Very amazing.
So I would like to add one more thing. One thing is common between all of us that we all are part of Rotary, and we are going to join. And Asuda is also very active literally and in our club. So in this month only, so we have from our club we have planned for one computer training session. Today I met Sir Ashutosh Chatterjee and Aniruddha Basu. Both come from Singapore and US. I would like to hear something from Asutosh about this thing.
Thank you, Amitabh. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that the main purpose of coming here is to make friends. So Amitabh, I've known for a long time. Pleasure to
Great meeting you, sir.
great meeting with you, and becoming friends over a common topic, which is Bengal and how to improve the business climate, and ultimately, for me at least, it is how do we actually serve the community through that. So this was an eye-opener to me, particularly because we live in a world where the news cycle is very, very cynical, and all we hear is all the things that are going wrong. Things go wrong when we are trying to innovate things. rarely see the positive side of this. And I think these last 2 days have really opened my eyes and validated what I believe in, which is the tremendous, not just the potential, but what is already happening and what is already possible.
Thank you, Amitavo. I have known Amitavo for past more than 15 years now. More than 15 years. So me and him have collaborated during our PMI West Bengal chapter, and it's been very instrumental. Me connecting or he connecting me to different stakeholders in Bengal. So I'm 20 years into the industry. I started in Kolkata. My dad was in Indian Navy, and therefore it has helped me to travel to different places. And the same streak is continuing. I've stayed in US for 7 years, then Chile, London, Dubai, Singapore, and the way that I was moving, my family was mentioning to me that that you probably would be landing up somewhere after New Zealand. But somehow I found Singapore as the place to be. So I was chatting with Ashuda, and then we were discussing about how in today's world, or what has changed in Bengal when we have left, right? Seriously, there is a tremendous amount of progress. There is a tremendous amount of talent that we have in Bengal. I think the administration is trying everything that is there to promote the entrepreneurship, to kind of simplifying the regulation and laws, to kind of have a startup ecosystem. We all need to think that we are in this world. What is that we are in this world all about? Right? What is important for us to kind of give back to the community that we have taken from, right? I'm thinking that I'm really blessed to be, that I have got a good education, and all of that stuff. But how we can make sure the people of Bengal, or the students, or the talent that we have in Bengal, we can bring it to the global stage. And me and Ashuda was chatting. Ashuda has opened up his company and taking a lot of talent from here. I am working in an enterprise software or services giant, system integrated giant, Fortune 500, within Fortune 500 companies, and they have a large base in Kolkata, right? How we can typically replicate this model and have more and more people from not only from engineering colleges. Why don't we go to BA, BSc, right? Because it's all about analytics, it's all about cloud, AI, Gen AI, all of that stuff, right? And if you can really understand the big picture, the purpose, the vision, why you want to do this, then it becomes possible. Ashuda, what do you say?
I fully agree with you. Actually, on into one other thing that just popped in my head. Now, by the way, I've always wanted to be an engineer since I was 5 years old, and I kind of studied computer science. I still don't believe anything else is worth studying, but as you and I and Amita, we all know, software or technology is a lot more than just about the code.
Correct.
At the end of the day, it is about solving new problems.
Correct.
And there is a very strong culture of humanities. I just ran into a gentleman a while ago, I forget his name, I have his card, who introduced himself as an artist, and how he has actually built a technology company.
Correct.
And it's a technology company run by artists.
Correct.
Now, this is actually a global trend. It is probably, at least I have not seen it spoken about as much in India. In the US, we call the idea of STEM to STEAM. So everybody knows STEM, but we also have art and design.
Correct. Well said.
STEM, right? And that is the technology industry, the innovation industry of the future. And I do not think there is another place that is more suitable, because regardless of what our history has been in the last 20, 30, 50 years, whatever you want to go, that emphasis on creativity, on art, on humanity is ingrained. It is part of our DNA.
Correct.
It is very hard to remove that, regardless of that. And that is something to be capitalized.
Absolutely. It's very important that the ethos that we built in, that we have something called as our family culture, right? Our cousins. Every Durga Puja we used to have that 5 day of show and drama, and we all meet. I think that brotherhood culture, that culture of watching soccer games or cricket games all together in the para community has to be coming in the business, right? Has to come in the business in a big way, right? That that silos of thinking all differently should come together, right? That what for Bengal, or what for Kolkata, or what for overall the eastern region, that we can because we all live in a world that is now going into a different difficult condition because of the macroeconomic conditions that are prevailing. And it's very, very, very important that you have that mindset of how we can transform, how we can have your people, your process, your technology to bring more climate or sustainable way of thinking, sustainable business development. You have to have your total enterprise reinvention have into your mindset, right? Okay, why I'm doing this, how to do this, how I can get benefited. Think for a bigger picture, have a bigger purpose. I think the world is under your feet, right? And as we all know that Kolkata is definitely having so many engineering colleges, so many budding creativity artists that you just mentioned, right? That they have to be just. I think they just need a little bit of direction, just need a little bit of guidance. And we coming here, we can see, and when we are talking to the people, they are looking for that guidance. There is not a single person that you will find. Yeah, there are a lot of in today's world, a lot of YouTubes and channels. But what is that needed tailored to that particular specific person? I don't think that we are